What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, I want to talk about some more Transformers Prime concept arts that didn't make it into the final cut of the show. I did do a video or two on this before in the past. I did one last year when that whole slew of never before seen Prime concept art finally came out after 14 years of it just sitting in someone's vault. And I think I did a video before that on Prime concept art or something. But I just wanted to do another one because it's been a while, and I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about these on the channel. And if I did, it was probably very brief in like a video mention or something. So first up here, let's talk about the famous Ironhide design that we always see in everybody's fan posts talking about, why didn't we see this design in the show or any other form of media? It is too good to be wasted, which I totally agree. It's like a perfect blend of G1 and Bayverse Ironhide. You got the arm cannons, you got some of those Bayverse details on the legs and the arms and on the midsection with the whole armor panels with the front of the truck around his shoulders and chest area, which is pretty cool, very Bayverse-like. And then, of course, bringing in the G1 red color scheme along with the black and gold Bayverse color scheme. It just works super perfect in my eyes. And we actually did see this design get used a little bit, which was kind of surprising, especially for the time. We got this figure, we got it as a figure in, I think it was like a Takara exclusive, and then over here in the United States, it was repainted into a cup figure. So we did see this design in physical toy form in some form of media, which was actually really cool. But the end result with that figure, I wouldn't say it's like the greatest thing in the world or like a good representation of this specific design. But I actually never really held the figure in hand. I'm just judging off of pictures and reviews I've seen over the years. It really doesn't seem like that great of a figure, but I guess, I mean, it's still kind of cool that we were able to get it in the toy line itself. But yeah, this is definitely going to go down as one of the better Ironhide designs, and it's a shame it didn't get used in any other show. Next up here, we got Soundwave, a very early design here for Soundwave, obviously much more G1 inspired than what we got finalized in the Prime show itself. You can see there at the date, it was 2009, 2013. So they were actually looking at this design for a little bit, it seems like. Maybe they were going to use it for the Universe games or the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron add-ons. I can't remember if this design did get used in one of those Align Continuity games or not, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. But yeah, it seems like they were looking at this design for a little while, judging by the annotation at the bottom. But this does look pretty cool. I do prefer the design we got in the actual show. It's just a bit more unique and a little different for the character while also still working within the personality of this iteration of Soundwave. But this design's still really cool. Got the same sort of head design, chest, arm cannon. He would have transformed into a van, I'm pretty sure, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I wish we got a figure of this, much like how we did with Ironhide in the toy line, but yeah, still pretty cool design nonetheless. And next up, we got my boy Autobot Jazz, one of my favorite Transformers characters of all time, and he didn't get used in the Prime show, which will always annoy me, considering we have concept art like this floating around the internet that was never used for Jazz in the Prime show, or I don't think this particular design was used in any other form of Align Continuity media. We did get an Align Continuity Jazz eventually in RAD 2015, but in my opinion, that design really wasn't that great, especially compared to this one right here. So it's really a shame that they didn't use this at all. Now the proportions are off. It is a bit weird or whatever, but that's that stylized, cartoony feel that they were trying to figure out early on. But this was dated 2012, so I'm not sure the exact time frame, because I'm pretty sure this was also a design that was first made around that 2009 time frame when Prime was first developed or thought of from Hasbro. So I'm not really too sure on the exact time frame, but nonetheless, man, I just wish we saw this design and just saw more of Jazz in general from the Align continuity. Like, getting this as a figure would have been crazy, even though this does seem to be sort of based off of the Reveal the Shield Deluxe from 2010, which, by the way, is a fantastic figure. I have that. That's still my favorite Generations Jazz figure till this day, even with the 86 figure and the Generation Selects repaint that came out this year. I still prefer that 2010 Deluxe over the new one. It just has so much more going on with it, better articulation, and just a better look to me, in my opinion. And they seem to be taking cues from that design while also giving it a new spin to it, which is really cool. And it also has some Bayverse elements to it, with the lower legs and the midsection and the arms a little bit, which is pretty dope. Like, you can see with the arms, they got the headlights there, sort of like the Bayverse design, and the lower legs are pretty much ripped straight from Bayformers Jazz, which is really sick to see. I really wish we saw this design in other form of media. Next up here is my boy Sideswipe. Now, this is very obviously Bayverse influenced, with the arm blades and the chicken-legged roller skating rollerblade feet there, which is really sick. This is like a perfect amalgamation of G1 and Bayverse Sideswipe designs, to me at least. There's probably a lot of people out there that wouldn't like to see this because of how Frankenstein the design is, but I don't know, I really dig it. Especially with somebody who grew up with Bayverse Sideswipe and, you know, the Universe Deluxe Sideswipe back then as well. It was just two Sideswipes that I really saw super frequently when I was a little kid, and seeing them mashed together is a really cool idea, in my opinion. And again, this is something that I really wish we saw in the actual show, or at least as a toy like what we got with Ironhide. Next up, the big bot, the leader himself, Optimum Pride. And this is a bit different than what we ultimately got in the show. It's a lot more sleeker. It looks like it's more of like a Cybertronian mode, I think. But then, I don't know, this may be a Cybertronian mode, or maybe not. So, I don't know, I'm really satisfied with the design we got for Optimus. I think it was pretty fantastic in its own right. But this is kind of cool with that sleek look. It kind of reminds me of the Age of Extinction Optimus around that era, where everything was a lot more humanoid and sleeker in design with not a lot of car parts on it. That definitely reminds me of that here. And lastly, Prowl. Now, this also got a figure in the Prime toy line along with Ironhide and Cup. So there's not really much to miss here, other than it would have been cool to see this design or character in the show itself, but I'm at least grateful we got physical toy of this Prowl, because it's a really good design with the arm cannons, the sleek, slender look, that classic Prime design aesthetic and feel to it, while also still retaining some of his classic G1 character design traits that really make it, you know, Prowl. So yeah, this is a really good design, and I'm glad it at least got a toy, you know. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Just wanted to cover some of these very famous Prime designs that never made it to the show. Let me know down in the comments below which of these are your personal favorites. All my social medias are linked down below if you guys want to commission a diorama for me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or just regular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts or just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!